Are you in?
Yeah, well, yeah.
You with the group or have you just joined in?
Joined in for me.
Alright, okay. Okay, and relax. So all we're doing is playing it into the person in the middle. Person in the middle, and what you do is try and play out to your partner in as few touches as possible. Okay? Once you've played it out, find a different space to receive it in. And when you're ready, you swap out with the person on the outside. So make sure you manage your own breathers, okay? Off you go. Try and play in as few as possible. Good. Good start, well done. Well done, Shannon. Play out, find a new space. Well done. Yeah, if you've got two, you can combine with your partner, or you can just play out on your own. It's entirely up to you. Just make sure you manage your rotation so you get your rest as well. And relax. Okay, work out who your group is. You should have a maximum of 4 in your group. If you've got more than 4, just rearrange what you're doing. So have a look who it is. If you've got a maximum of 4, rearrange. You might have 2 in the middle. If you have 2 and you want to combine off each other, that's fine. Okay? Make sure you're managing your rotations because the same people have been in there for a while. All right? When might be a good time to rotate with someone else? Okay, so if I play out, where could I go? Right, bro. So I could either play out and follow the pass, or I could play out and rotate backwards and let the other person come in. So there's 2 ways of you to do it. All right, off you go. Remember, we're trying to play in as few touches as possible. Well done, Steph. Find the new space. Good. Darren, let me know when you want me to unmute, by the way. Oh, sorry, I didn't do it. Now I've done it. Yeah. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Is it working? Yeah, it does. Don't worry, just grab your ball and bring it back in. Just relax there. Last little bit before we get going. Is it an issue if your ball goes off? What are we looking for then? If that's not a problem, what are we looking for if it does go off? Right, and how does that relate to the game? Right, if we lose possession, we've got to react really quickly. So don't worry if your ball goes off, that's not an issue, but all I want you to do is try and get it back in as quick as you possibly can, all right? Off you go, play. Last minute. Find a new space after you've played out. Good, and turn and play forward. Well done. Last minute. Don't worry, good reaction, well done. Good reaction. Can you help and get it off her quickly? Brill, turn and play. Well done, you two. Okay, and relax. And relax. If you've got a ball, pick it up. Let's have a wander in. Grab your stuff as well, just leave any flat markers that are down. Grab yourselves over here, we'll quickly talk through what we're doing. What time? Oh. Want to come and just unhook it and then put it back in? I'm on. Is it Jack sorted it again? Okay. So the 14, 15 that we're playing, just come in, but just make sure, yeah, because you've had a nice little warm up, so just come together over here so you can see what we're doing. I wanted to talk through my thinking behind the planning before we get straight into the session. Often we'll deliver a session, and really what I want to know is, why have you done that? So I just want to talk you quickly through my thinking behind it. The topic is playing through midfield. I'm going to do whole part whole, and I wanted an arrival activity that I could just set people off with and give me time to do what I need to do. So whether it's chat to parents, quickly have my whiteboard set up, mess around with some bibs, whatever it is. So you chose that because playing through the midfield, we're going to ask you to try and receive it to play forward quickly. It's going to be messy and tight, and you're going to be receiving it from one side and playing it out to another. So that was my arrival activity that would help, hopefully, when we move on. Down into some sort of part, I'm going to finish it back with a game at the end. Okay? I planned my session inside, but I've also brought out some little notes with me. Alright? So it's okay to have some notes if you need them, use them. Don't have a big clipboard and wander around, but if you need your notes, have them, and it's really useful because what you can do is when you set them off to play, give yourself a breather and just have a quick look at where I'm up to. So that's what I've done today, so I've got my little notepad, so if you see me having a look, it's not because I don't know what I'm doing, it's just giving me a reminder, and that's perfectly fine to do. So we're going to play, looking to play through the midfield. This is how we're going to set up. We're going to play a 2-3-1, but the three in midfield are going to be in like a triangle, okay, with the point facing up towards the striker. Now the reason I've done that, and I'm going back to my planning, is because in my head, I want us to play a 1-4-2-3-1, okay? So if you think about these two players here, these are going to be my full-back / centre-halves, so we'd have two centre-halves in here. I've got my two, I'd have my two wingers, and then I've got my 3 and my 1. So the people I've taken out are 2 from the back and 2 wide, and that's where I've worked back from. So I've picked my 11v11 and I've worked back from there, okay? So we're going to play a 2-3-1. We're going to play to the blue lines. Everything else is just a normal game. Is that okay? So don't disappear, but all we need is we'll need 2 goalkeepers. You're going to be in yellow. So if you're a keeper and you fancy a bit, there's a yellow bib, there's a yellow bib. We need, for the Reds, 2 at the back, 3 in midfield, 3 dynamic players and a striker up top, number 9. And for the Blues, same, 2, 3 and 1. Once you got there, just get yourself in your position. Don't disappear, just so we know we've got everybody. Have you missed all that good stuff? Have we got everybody? 2, 3, 1. Just get yourself back in goal for me, just so I can see if we've got everyone. 2, 3, 1. Good. So again, I'm just double checking we've got everybody because that's going to impact on the game. So all I'm going to do is get you set off. Normal game. All I'm going to say to you is I want you to try and play through the midfield to set up an attack. Okay? Is that all right? I want you to try and play through the midfield. So have a look who your midfield 3 are. That's who I want you to try and play through before you get into your attacking place. Okay? Happy with that? When you take Blues, take up 2 footballs. pop them in the goal, and also pop 2 wide, so that's 4 footballs. Red's the same, 2 in the goals, 2 out wide, so that's another 4. So if it goes out of play, we're going to reload it quickly. Good man. Is this on? Yeah. Yeah, got a ball. Reds, where's your balls out wide? In case we need to reload. Get yourself a ball, knock it out. Good, well done. How many balls you got in there? So we need another ball up top. Yeah. You're playing my team with that, Dave. Pop it in there, Matt. Tell you what, Matt, for that you can start. Ready, play! Well, play Blues, good. What's your name? Lisa. Well done getting in there. Okay, relax. It's gone out of play. How do we restart? Goal kick. Pop it on the side. Let's get ourselves set up. And let's play.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we are. It's a game, yeah. I want you to call it, though. Yes. Just relax there. We had a good question. Are we playing offside? Yes, we are. Who's calling it? I trust my defenders. I trust my defenders. Well done, Alex, to get a shot off. What's your name? Ryan. Ryan, when it goes into the keeper, I want you to try and receive it a little bit higher up the pitch. Right. All right, let Shannon receive it in that area. Well done, Alex. Well timed as well. Go on, drive in. Okay, and relax there with the goalkeeper. Red defenders, well done there for trying to hold that line that keeps it real, well done. Okay, so start from the goal kick, just place it where you're going to take it. So we're trying to play through the midfield, okay. First thing I want us to do is what when we have possession? Right, I want you to try and offer width and depth on the pitch, okay. So well done, full-back splitting wide. Al, what could you do? Yeah, go on, stretch him really high. Good, even if you start offside, that's not a problem because what we're doing is we're going to give him a bit of space in here to play. All right, so as soon as we get the ball in with the goalkeeper, I want us to try and offer some width and I want us to try and offer some depth. Okay, that's for both teams as well. Play. Good. Good information as well. Well done. Goalkeeper, good decision playing through there, well spotted. Amy. Was it Amy? Lisa, sorry. That's miles away. Pop here. Just pop here. I want you to have a chat with your midfield.
Yeah.
So if you're Blues now, what's your midfield currently look like when you're playing? Right. Are you guys staying tight?
No, we're wider.
Right, much wider, aren't we, over here? Okay. What I want us to try and play, I want us to try and build up play central.
Right.
So imagine we're going to have wingers out there.
Yeah.
But they're not here.
Right.
Okay. So I want you to have a chat with your midfield, and I want you to sort of look like that little
Play in the
triangle.
middle.
Yeah. So we're going to play centrally through that midfield. All right. Next time you have a break of play, have a chat and get them sorted. Onside, play on! Okay, relax before we set off. Relax. Just relax. Good. Shannon, good position, well done. Offering us height, well done. Just relaxing here in the midfield. Who's going to be our point of our triangle? Blues. There you go. Go on, get out of there and give some space. So just relax there. So that's width and depth there. You see the space we've got to play in now. Play! Well done. Nice play. Alex, well done rotating in that hole. Alex, that was a really good spot there because your wingers had split to drop in that hole to receive it. Well done. Go on, Lisa, took right in there then. Tell you what. Great finish. Okay, relax, just have a jog in. You can walk, yeah. You can walk. Have a little breather. It's a big pitch, a lot of work. Okay, brilliant. Right. So I want you to think about the players that are missing, okay? So remember they're going to be out there and they're going to be probably in here, okay? So the midfield three, so for example in Blues now, if you're taking a position out there, when we play 11v11, what's the problem with that?
It's too open in the middle.
Right, it's open in the middle, and what have we got here? Well, we've got two players occupying the same space, haven't we? Okay, so what I want you to do is I'm just reinforcing, this is why I'm having this little break, I'm reinforcing that we've got players out here, all right, and today all we're doing is trying to focus on playing through that central midfield area, okay? I can see why you're going out there, but in a game we're going to have other people, and that's the same on the Reds as well, so Reds, you'll have players out here making your front three as well, okay? So all I want you to do is have a quick chat as a team. I want to reinforce your structure, so we're going to play 2 players here, and then we're going to play a 3, and like a triangle on our 1 up top, okay? I'm stopping to just reinforce that because that's going to be integral to what we move on to in a minute. All right? So Reds, Blues, you can have a minute together. Just chat about what went well. How can you improve on in these next 2 minutes?
So if you're talking about dispersal,
Yep.
you're saying we're going wide, but we've actually got players out there. So how do
So-
you want us to?
So these two, they're doing almost 2 jobs.
Yeah, yeah,
So I want them to get out,
yeah.
but if they go too far up,
Then that would
we're
be-
going to leave.
yeah,
So what
yeah,
you want them to do is you want them to get wide,
Yeah,
close enough so that they can occupy this if it went wrong.
yeah.
So what you're hoping for is by them moving up here, they can receive it in there, just like you did when you played it into your
Okay.
centre midfielder.
Yeah.
If they go too far,
Mm.
that's your job to recognise it and pull them back
Pull
in.
them back in. Yeah, okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Good man. Happy? What was it? What was some of the...
So the three in the middle, switching me from the stoppage because I'm more defensive.
Okay,
We're playing really close together.
okay. So a bit more tight.
Two touch play.
Right, so little combinations in that central area. Good.
Try not to stand in front of your mark as well, because you can read it. If you just go off his shoulder, you go turn and you've got 2 things to think about.
Yeah, brilliant. And so if we're shooting that way, if I'm standing in here, standing out here like you said, it's better because you don't know what I'm doing. But also, likelihood is, what are you going to do if I stand here? So now I've got space to come and either get it in there or for someone else to get it. Great spot. When you're ready, you can get yourselves going. We're going to start this end though, Matt, okay?
Just rotate it and make sure you got marks.
Happy?
Yeah, yeah, good.
We're going to start from you. We've got 5 more minutes of the game. Well done, Reds. Good information again. Good. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. What I like there, by the way, what was your name? Kate. What I like there is that you recognised, as it was over there, to come in here and just balance off. That's really good.
Okay, cool.
Keep doing it and get your partner to do it as well. Is it a corner? Is it offside? Take you offside then. Defenders call it, I said. I trust the defenders to call it. So Al, if I'm trusting the defenders to call the offside, what's the implications for you?
I'm going to be 10 yards onside.
Not 10, but what have you got to make sure? It's obvious, yeah. Red ball! Good talking, Ryan, well done. Blue ball! Al, if only that beamed into the classroom. Good decision, and give him an angle, well done. Good, Reds, well done, Red done. Good, well done. Great little spot in there, well done. Go on, go on, drive, drive. Okay, just relax there. Just relax. I know we're talking about attacking now. Where did that blue counter-attack come from and why did it happen? Why did it happen? I'm looking at Reds now. Why might that have happened? Right, okay. So when we go, it's great to go and combine and support the attack. Brilliant. What's it really important that we have? We chatted about it, didn't we? Yeah, it's important. So before, when the fullbacks pushed on, Kate recognised it and just dropped centrally to give a little bit of cover and hold it. Okay? So Reds, free midfield, if you're going to go and attack and support Alex, which is great, one of you has got to take that responsibility to come and lock the door in the back. All right? And that's the same for the Blues as well. All right? So make sure somebody's there to balance off in that central area. Okay? So 3 in the middle now. Try and make sure there's always one person in a central position that can either receive or balance off to prevent a counter-attack like that again. All right? Play! So Nick, just to keep it real, playing the game, when it's a goal kick, get them all out of your area, ball's got to come out of your area. So just as normal, but you're in control now, responsible to get them out, move them away, and then fire it out of that area so we can play. All right? Well done. Nick. Last minute. Blue ball. Go on then, Kate, drop in. Okay, relax there, have a wander in. Have a wander in. Take a breather. This is how we're going to mix it up. We've got both of them on camera. We've got both on camera, don't worry. Right, so a couple of things that were important for that, for us to play through the central midfield area. What was important for that to happen? Let's go in a logical order. So if the ball's, say, with the keeper, what's important now? Team shape. Right, okay, so team shape is important. So we said about keeping this triangle here, and we told about the reasons why, and then we said about width and depth. So we want people coming wide. What's happening in the middle here? And we had a real good chat about it, Ryan, on the Blues. Do you want to just show us on here what your thoughts were? What?
So if we're receiving from
come around here so they can see. Sorry.
So if this is me, I don't want to be in front where the defender can see me on the ball. I'll be just off his shoulder to give him something to think about. So if he drops back in to get me, creating the space. If he stays, then I've got space to get the ball and obviously do some combinations with it.
Brilliant. So we talked about, so if we're going, right? If we're going, Blues are shooting that way. So instead of us coming to the ball straight away, our first movement might be away from the ball. So we're playing on the back of the defenders, but also it might make them just pull out a little bit. And if they pull out a little bit, then we've got a bit of space to go in and receive it. Okay. Otherwise, what we're doing is we're congesting the game, and if our first movement is towards the ball, it's quite hard to play out. So we talked about the importance of creating space, width and depth. Is there anything else that was important, particularly if you were receiving it in here? What was it?
On a half turn.
Oh, having a good first touch.
Right, okay. Half turn, checking your shoulder, first touch. How can you do that?
Side on.
Right, so you could actually, if you arch your run in such a way that you could actually do all three of those things in one go. So receiving, but being able to still see forwards. So that'll really help you here. Will it help you here?
Yep.
Yeah? Because what will it allow them to do?
Just open up the game.
Yeah, play in quickly and open up the game. What about here?
Yep.
Yeah. So Alex made a couple of runs off the shoulder where he had his body open and allowed the ball to come across him so he could go and play forward on his first touch.
He also played in between them.
And he also played in between, yeah. Brilliant. So creating space and also how we receive it, okay? So whenever we're playing this next bit, I want you to try and think about, can I receive it so I can play forward on my first touch? Will it happen all the time? No. But if you can, try it. This is how we're going to change the game a little bit. I've already got some red markers out. Now you might not have seen them because you've just been playing straight away. But this is what the game almost looks like here with these red markers. Okay? Can you see that? Can you see them out there? Did you come across them when you were playing? This is my part practice, so I'm going to start locking you in for a start. And this is what we're going to still play a game, but all we're going to do is that the ball has to go through the centre circle in order for us to play forward. Alright? Now, with your players, you might make that, just coming away from coach for a second, you might make that space bigger. I quite like not putting loads of cones down, and I quite like the fact that it's tight, because I think if you can do it in there, it might be a bit easier when we get a bit more space, and it allows me to get the principles across a bit more, so I'm going to stick with it. So if you're in there, it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to manage your expectations that it's not going to happen every time, but when it does, it means you've done something really well, okay? So the three in the middle, we're going to be locked in that circle, and we're going to be playing 2v1 at each end, and we've got the goalkeeper as well. Okay, so I'll talk you through one way just to show you what might happen. Goalkeeper might play out to one of the blues, and all I want you the blues to do is try and play in to this circle. As soon as the ball comes in the circle, you can then play out in any one of those four areas. So if you're playing out there, who you're probably playing to? Who might come in? Yeah, you might come in and go and join in. Okay, then you're left with a 1v1. If you manage to combine in here and play forward, you're playing into your striker, and then you can go and support him. Only the person, in fact, one person can go and support him, doesn't have to be the person on the ball. Alright? So, you're locked in this circle, you're locked in your areas there until you play forward. So as soon as the fullback plays in there, you can come and join in if you want.
Can the defender go into the fullback then?
Here?
No, when he
This one?
no. He moves in.
Yeah.
And that's played back in.
Yeah, so as soon as the ball leaves this certain circle, we're live.
It's an open game, basically.
It's an open game then.
Okay.
Alright? As soon as we restart, we're back into our locked in positions. The only thing I'm going to say before you disappear is if the ball goes out of play, out here, I'm going to restart it at a goalkeeper, because I want more repetition coming in here. Happy with that?
Yep.
Right, blues, get yourselves together, reds together. Yeah, reload the balls into the goals, because that's where we're going to start. Blues, you've got a minute together. Check out your areas. Reds, get yourselves together. Check out your areas. So if you're playing in the midfield, this is your blue circle. It's tight. Here's your red area to the blue line. You've got that little channel. Yeah, but either one of you could go, but only one here. Happy? Happy? Yeah? Listen, it's gonna be hard. It won't work every time. Don't worry about it. I want you to be playing it in there. So if we're out there, how far are we going to start from? So you might want to just come in a little bit so we can play shorter distance. All right? When you're ready, we'll start with Matt. Play. Play on. Good. Yeah, once it's in, it's live. Once it's gone, we're live. Good, relax. Reload the game. Relax. Reload the game. Play. Got to play through the middle. Matt. Okay, don't worry about it. Look to go again. Good. Drive. Finish. Well done, Alex. Well done. Go on then. Good. Reload. Relax. Nick, if you get it in your hands, I want you just to relax until they reload it, then we can start again. Good. Same from the keeper. Relax. Reload. Nick, relax. Okay, relax. And hold it there. So let's get into our midfield. Okay, so the first challenge for you midfielders now is to try and not play on the same line as each other. Okay, so what might that look like? Go on, show us your thingy then. Good. Where are you going to go? Okay, so look, try not to be on the same line as these two. Okay, so we could start like that, that's fine, not a problem. Okay, now if we want to create space, where do you want to try and receive it? Could do. If you could receive it, is that better? If they could play it. Yeah, it is, yeah, but we want to try and receive it as high up as we can. So what we're doing is we're all starting in here at the moment, all right? So I want you to try and spread up the pitch, all right? And I know you're cramped in this circle. Work on opposites to each other, and I want you to think about who's going to pop in and receive it, okay? So you've got to work on it. And listen, it's difficult, all right? But work on who's going to pop in, who's the best person to pop in. So try and play on different lines to each other, work on opposites to each other, okay? Back to Nick, and we'll play. Go! Well done, good. Live game. Good, and relax. Matt, let him relax and let him reload. Reds, why did that work then? Because you had a bit of a chat and you rotated in. Well done. What was your name? Dave. Dave balanced off as well when you were in attack. Okay, well done. Good stuff. Play! See what we got, Blues. That's fine. Play it in. Good. Play! And relax, Matt. Let him reload. Let him reload. Midfield, get yourselves in there. Quickly, and play. Good. So anytime it comes back to you, Matt, just want you to let them reload the game. Maybe even cajole them to getting in that midfield a little bit quicker so we can get going.
Okay.
What are you thinking about when you've got the ball now?
Where's my options?
Okay.
Can I go direct or am I going to play in?
Right, okay. With these two, I want you to recognise which one has the best opportunity to play in quickly. All right?
Every time I receive.
Every time you receive it. Think about which one is going to be best to play in quickly.
Okay.
So that might...
Depends on Bedford.
Brilliant, okay, yeah. So that's what I want you to recognise every time you got it. Good, man. Good, and just relax there a second. So, one thing now I'm going to introduce. I want more repetition in here. So if you nick it, and on a counter-attack, you're only going to have 6 seconds to get a shot off and score. After 6 seconds, I'm pulling you up and we're going to restart from a goalkeeper. Does that make sense? Yeah. Good, so they've got to look quick. Play! Good. Nick, get them, let them reload. Midfield, get yourselves in. Well done, Nick. And look to play. Good. Reload it if you need to. Reload it. Good, you got another chance, Reds. You got another chance. Six seconds. 6 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that because you came back in the middle? I like your justification for that. And relax. Back to Matt. Matt, restart from you. Yeah, resets back to the keeper. Play! Good spot, you're right. So, Kate, full-backs. Nick, just relax. You two, I want you to think about now. I want you to try and play it in so they can play off their first touch. Okay? Because what we want them to do is we want them to play it forward. Where are they often playing it now?
Yeah, they're coming back.
They're coming back or they're coming outside. I want them to keep it in there. So think about your pass. How can you play it into them?
Play it on their front foot, aren't we?
Right, so it might be, yeah, it might be. But I want you to think about it every time you get that ball. Ready? Six seconds! 1! So, we're going to have a break, and then when we get back in your head, you're going to get a point every time. Every time you get a shot, or you can combine with someone else. So every time you release someone into the play, you're going to get yourself a point. All right? Does that make sense? Yeah, when you're ready, yeah. Six seconds. That's 2, 3. And reset. Okay, just relax there. The 6 in the midfield, stay where you are. I want you to pair up with your opposite player. So defenders get together, goalkeepers get together, strikers get together. One of you will have a challenge or a task to do in the next period. Get together and chat about that particular task. Okay, so Matt, Nick's got your task, so get together. Al's got the task for the strikers. You got your task.
Is it midfield's partnering up as well as the others?
No, we're doing just the.
No, midfielders get together as a 6.
I've not had one yet.
Oh no, Matt,
no,
you
no.
have the task. Recognising about who to play it to, what you're thinking about. All right. So, 6 in here. When it worked, why did it work?
Creating space.
Right, we created space and then our movement was quick to play. Okay? So are we getting the ball more often now through here?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I think we're getting it more often in here. But if we had to go on percentages, the most times, where are we playing it when we receive it in? Right, we're either knocking it back or we're knocking it straight back wide. Okay? So for the next period now, no one-touch passes backwards. None. Okay? I still want you to try and play. I still want you to try and play on opposites to each other. Okay? And I just want you to think about how you can combine to then play forward. Alright? So no one-touch passes backwards. Get yourselves together, reds, blues. Have a chat how that might work. Blues, they spotted it at one point. You both made a really good run to the same place. So that could be something that might help. Alright, so just have a quick think. So, because we talked about the past, didn't we?
Yeah.
What were some of your thoughts?
Well, what we're saying is we're still coming square on.
You're right.
So maybe our pass to the side of them to force it.
Right, good, okay, good.
Straight lines as well.
Yeah.
So there's no angle. They're expecting us to pass it from here to here.
Yeah.
One of them could drop off.
Yeah, so brilliant. So we've chatted about how they can receive it. So what I've said to them now is they can't pass it back on their first touch.
Because what we said as defenders, we've got the same pattern of play.
Yeah.
The forwards coming standing with one of us and leaving loads of space.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, what's happening is keeper's playing out to obviously the one in space.
Yeah.
And he's coming across.
Yeah.
The other fullback could do more getting forward. You know.
Well, good thought. Nick, as you played it out, is your job done?
Well, no, because
What could you do?
Support.
Right, so you could actually step out. It's 3v1.
Yeah,
I like it how you went. Do you know what? That's not on. I'm gonna start off.
Yeah.
You know, listen, in a game, you might have to think quicker and differently. But I want to work on these guys. So if it's not on and they haven't given it you, reload it.
Yeah.
Reload it to your keeper. Get Matt off his line and come in and join in with you. Right, we ready? Yeah? Yeah? Ready? I'm excited. Ready? All right. What did you chat about? What's going to help you get the ball? Apart from them.
In the middle.
Apart from that. When they have got it or when it's out there.
I think if it's coming there, the problem is, if it's coming there, I would want to be, naturally, being able to run into that space for him to play behind. But,
Okay.
because it's coming in tight there, he's
Yeah.
turning out there.
Okay.
So I'm having to pull off and wait until he crosses it, and he's not getting it.
Okay. You can go and receive it out there if you want.
On the same line as the...
If you want.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Just about, all you got to do is release the player in. I don't want you dragged all the way in, but if you're getting a different angle. So if for example I received it here and you were there and I went like that, it's all right. As long as you release the play. Nick, go on then. Hello, we're off. Yes, that's fine, let's go, good. Hello. Where's our balance? Where's that? Top man, well done. Yeah, wrap it. We'll wrap it. Reload quickly. Nick, love that, well done. Great spot. Reds. Hey, they've upped the game, Blues. They've upped the game. Go on when you're ready. Didn't see it. I don't even know how he did it. Get your shot off. Good. Reload the game. Reload the game. Reload the game. Relax. They're not in. What would you do next time there? Relax. What happened? How did you receive it? So you were over here, were you?
Oh, that on this one?
Yeah, when you received it. You received it here, didn't you?
I received it probably on left foot rather than supposed to.
Yeah.
Opening off and forward.
Okay. Where was the defender?
Behind me.
Which way?
There, yeah.
So here?
Yeah.
Yeah? And you received it here?
Yeah.
So think about if we could receive it like that,
And then go.
I can actually play forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that angle of our body then. Nick, play! It was a great run, Lisa, it was a great run. Six seconds! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, well done. Midfielders, get yourselves in quickly. Oh, nice try, nice try. Nice, let them reload, Nick. Anna, nice try. Great run. Great run. Good spot. Let him back in. Play. Play. Get yourself in and get the support. Good.
Oh, great turn.
Good, okay. They played it through though. They didn't need 6, only if you nick it. Matt, just hold it before you play. So Reds, come on in. What did we forget about when we went on?
Someone's sitting.
Someone's sitting, yeah. We got all excited, didn't we? Listen, really good position to receive. Okay, managed to get your turn off. In here now, I want us to think about one more thing. So you made a really good run to receive it, but it didn't come off, did it?
No.
Why?
Wasn't followed.
Okay, so we've got to time our runs. When do we want to get there?
Just as a ball.
As the ball's about. Now listen, there's a really important bit about this finding space. If you get in there and you don't get it, what's my next move now? Get out. So what you did was, you got there in the end, all right, but what would really help is if you make that run in and it's not on, I want you to turn and just clear that space out. And I mean really high. So I might just come all the way out here, okay, and then it relieves a little bit of space in there. If they split, you might even be able to receive it, okay? But time you run, if you get in there and don't get it, turn and disappear. Matt! Go on, you play! Hello. Go on, you play. You've got 6 seconds from now. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to Matt, reload the game. Back to Matt, reload the game. Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh. I'd have given you some time. Matt, just relax. Give him half hour. So, play on the shoulder blues. Play. Go on. And relax. Matt, we'll restart from you. Blues, see if you get it again. Spotted that, spotted it. That was quality. See if you get it again. Play. Sorry, Kate. Yes. Break. No, I haven't got a whistle. Wait, Nick. Reload. It's put me off a few times, to be fair. Last minute, play. Come and get on it. Good. Okay, and relax. Have a walk in. Have a walk in. So, goalkeepers, I wanted you to recognise who you could play to that had the best opportunity to play forward quickly. Okay? So that's still your challenge now going back into the game. Defenders, I want you to play forward quickly if you can, but I want you to play it in such a way that they can play forward as well. Alright? Strikers up here, every time in your head, this is for you, every time you release players and combine with players, you can get yourself a point in your head. So where's our strikers? Okay? So all I want you to do is think about securing it and either going on goal or releasing a midfielder into the game. Alright? Midfielders, what's important when we get into this game here now? Come on, give us some more detail because we spoke to do some really good stuff.
Sort of like switching.
Right, so creating space. So our starting movement is where? Away, alright? So if the ball's in here, okay, our starting movement is away from the ball, okay? What is it important about us three? Brilliant. So if we're running like this, we're not going to create any space. So it's playing off the same line, playing on opposite runs. So if I come in short here, what's it important for my player to do? To get out. Yeah, good. So working on opposites with each other.
Sometimes as well it's good. Like I did it a couple of times, I just stayed still and allowed them to move and make my space.
Brilliant.
And then I could receive it.
So as soon as they go, you could receive it. You could even receive it high if it's on.
Punch it through.
Brilliant. So you've got to be working as a three, okay? If the defenders here have to play it back, what's it telling us here? That there's not enough movement. So the Reds have done a good job. There's not enough movement by the Blues, okay? So I want you to try and receive so you can play forward quickly, all right? We'll go back to a normal game.
One more as well is, because if we're locked in here, it's the same as a touch line. So if we're getting the ball to the outside foot here, we've got more chance of losing it. So we might want to take it on the inside of the foot.
That's what we chatted about, wasn't it? About our body shape, about coming in. Listen, we'll play a normal game, all right? So forget about the circle. The only thing I will say is if you play through the circle and go and score, I'll give you 2 points. If you just score normally, I'll just give you 1. All right? You've all got your own little task to be thinking about, but I want you to have a team talk because I'm going to let you play for 5 minutes and we will keep score.
3-0 to the Blues.
Okay? So Blues get together, Reds get together. You got 30 seconds. And then we're kicking off. Throw-ins, offside, defenders, I trust you.
I'll try and play direct.
5 seconds, guys. Get yourself set up. Good. Nick, we can start from you. Free game. Time starts now. Off you go. 0-0. It's important to say that would have been 2. Lost possession, won it back. Well closed down, Al. 1 point.
No, it didn't go though. It didn't go.
Be an option. Play on! Oh, Hannah, that was that first touch forward then. That was really good. Good ball as well. Well done, Blues. Great receive. Good first touch. Turn to play. What, the whistle? Yeah, in this case, don't play to the whistle, Al. Corner! Good save. Yes, corner, it's the game. Yeah, I'm done, yeah. Not yet.
Just need to increase the volume on that because it's not coming out loud on there.
Okay, no problem. No, I'll let Jack sort that. Last minute! No way! Okay, guys, ever wondering? What's that hamstring? You can probably leave the balls there, Matt. We'll probably use them in the next game. Come on in. Okay. Thanks very much, guys. Big pitch, good work. Manage your frustrations as well when we locked you in as well, because it's hard that. Any thoughts on the session? I'll tell you my sort of thoughts, reflections as I was going. But thoughts from you guys?
I think it was pretty clear on that game at the end that we were attempting to do obviously what the session objective was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we tried.
A lot of repetitions.
Yeah, tried to get a lot of repetition to come through here. So I mean, in a game you can play wide, that's fine. But my focus was trying to play through there. I might have worded it differently at the start. I might have said playing through central midfield rather than just through midfield. That might have helped paint a picture a little bit easier at the start, because what I ended up having to do was go in and confirm this, which is what I wanted. So I might have changed my wording at the start if I was to do that again. Any other thoughts?
I think you could have essentially had the receiver in the centre circle.
Yeah.
Just playing through the middle in the game, probably wouldn't just dart 2 or 3 yards to try and pick up the ball. They might come from a wider area.
Yeah, so they might come out to go in, you mean? Yeah, okay.
Final game, he said, well, you score 2 points if it goes through the middle and you score.
Yeah.
But you score 1 point if you go longer and score.
Yeah.
If you mix it up a little bit, it might open it up. I think it did.
Yeah. I'd agree.
It was a bit too tight.
I'd agree, yeah.
You could go wide to come in, to go back out.
Yeah.
We'll just have the option to drop in and out of it.
Yeah. What I wanted in that part, I just wanted that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to embed some principles in that. Because if you think this part of a 6-week, 8-week work, I would cover other stuff about playing through midfield, but I wanted to hammer that today. That was my point. I get it, and I tend to agree about, in the part, maybe starting out to come in and just giving him the task of playing in there rather than being stuck in there. He's actually just playing in there. I think that's a good point. Any other thoughts? Guys on the outside? It's done. Thanks, mate. It's good.
I like the way you conditioned it with the segments off, because actually, I'm generally quite lazy. I was being lazy. It was making me come back into the middle to make it a little bit more difficult. So
Yeah.
the condition wasn't just affecting there. I like that one where you said, I said the ball's going into the fullback. I was out the other side because I was thinking I'll be able to run in. Actually, I'd probably come the fullback side, wouldn't I? Try
Yeah.
and ball. And he said, well, maybe you come that side. If it bounces in there, this player he was generally turning out. Well,
Yeah.
I was behind him here, I wasn't getting the ball.
Yeah.
So your condition made you other players think that.
Yeah.
I think also it affected all players in both teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't just focused on one team or certain positions. It was
Yeah, so my big thinking, and I'll show you my thoughts. So whole pot hole, and then I had unit challenges. And what I try and do is use 3 things: either relate, reward, or restrict. So you get a point if you do that, you can't do that, or try and do this in relation to somebody else. So midfielders, you can't play it back in one touch. So I'm trying to force the ball in there. Strikers, every time you release another player, you get yourself a point in your head. And then like a relation for these is around your pass and trying to recognise. So stuff about recognising and scanning. So that was my thoughts beforehand, and I used my part to get them in. But that's pretty much a whole session. Very little stuff to do. That's why I used that centre circle. In hindsight, I'd probably make that bigger, or take on board what Al said and change that.
I thought it was quite a good idea to have it really slow because it was such a challenge. So that when it comes to the proper game, this sort
It's a little bit easier.
getting more of a
Defenders almost have to force the ball forward
Yeah.
in the way we played it into the
Yeah.
fielders as well.
Yeah, and again, it didn't work every time, but I'm all right with that because I want my player. If you're going to play in that midfield, you're going to have to receive a ball whether you like it or not. So you're going to have to hold off a player and have a ball fizzed in at you and deal with it, and it won't work every time. And that's sort of another plus for doing that.
That little, the restriction you had with the space, obviously, because if you didn't have that, we could have easily started imagining that we were fullbacks.
think that
So I
started-
thought, yeah, so that was good. It made sure that we knew our role as a centre back and when
Yeah.
to play it. So.
And, you know, initially I thought about actually having that as a dead zone and not allowing you playing in there. I thought you'd probably lose a bit of realism in there.
I thought it linked in with your arrival activity, in a sense of it was that small area and then you're working,
Yeah.
achieving it and playing in a tight space. And then obviously you started off big match and the whole part of it. Then you broke it down and it revisited that in a sense.
Yeah,
I thought it linked in.
Brilliant, good spot. And that was my thinking really around the arrival activity.
Had a meaning behind it.
Yeah.
You weren't just doing it for the sake of it.
So hopefully the players, as they came, they had a theme from the minute they walked on the pitch to now. And that theme was really around trying to receive it and play forward. And we just did it in different areas. So it was relative for these guys, it was relative for them, and it was relative for this player. Anything else?
I thought as well, like when you set them challenges, so seeing it after the first time you brought them in, you were setting it at the start individually, and then I noticed you were going around talking, but then you carried on the session, and I think it was in your final part, you actually went, right, go and tell the other people what the challenge was, and that must have been like maybe 10 minutes after you actually set
Yeah.
the challenge.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really good, because then everyone knew what they were doing, so defenders all got together, keepers, attackers, and then if there was a challenge to be told, like the keeper, the team them talking, he was explaining what his challenge was, and then you were just going around overseeing it. So
Yeah.
I thought it was good because you didn't rush them to tell the challenge, you let them carry on exploring the game and learning from there, and then then you explained it and then got them to do it. So
That's something I've tried a couple of times before, but I'm relatively new to, is that little unit thing and specifics. And my thinking was, how do I get around everybody? And that was something I've seen, and I've tried it a couple of times, and it seemed to be pretty good. Where I just give the unit. So I think I gave you, Kate, another challenge for the defenders, and then a bit later get all the defenders in, and then you've got to explain it. So thinking back to Mod 1, we're looking psych and social. We're working quite high in there, but still getting your technical and physical. It's just a different intervention, different way of spreading the message. Anything else?
Lots of interaction with players without stopping the game.
Yeah, I'm glad you spotted that. That is pretty much how I would deliver. You know, on that spectrum, I might be one too far one way, I don't know, but that is how I.
When someone did something that was up there and the play was down here, you didn't stop it, but you went and
just wandered over. And sometimes that's quite hard because you get there and they start wandering off, and you don't to like what. But exactly, yeah, Al just ignored me and went off. But yeah, and it's a good little thing just to You know, if it's something specific to one player, not everyone has to hear it. Get on, don't interrupt the game. Just find a good moment to get that message across. That all right? Did that thinking help? I can tell you my reflections after, because I'll rip that session up in my head a million times before I get home tonight. Happy to share it with you. I've done it on the coaches app as well, so I'll email that to you so you can have a read and play around with it. But yeah, thanks very much. Good stuff.